It is I, Boo Lawson. East Boo Saga. One Piece. Let's do the thing. Good evening or morning or whatever it is wherever you are. It's late here. Well, I let 10:30. What are you gonna do? I forgot the chapter was coming out, and here I am, trying to get myself into the headspace to remember that Luffy has been stabbed twice, and that Scopocaban has come to save the day. One Piece chapter 1190. One whose death is celebrated. I presume that might be in reference to Emu saying that he was quite happy that Joy Boy was dead. And he seemed to be particularly rattled about it, but hey, what are you going to do? The cover request by Koedo-kun. Cats gather around Shanks as he grills fish for breakfast in a port town. It's a beautiful flash back to times when they were different. I'm not sure if the cats has any relevance or anything. Shanks is eating like a cat, and Luffy is also sneaking something. Anyway, it's time for some extreme, brutal fighting. Okay. Scopocaban to the rescue. That's right, so in the last chapter, Emu had taken out Shin-chan, the axe, to use. Okay, so Luffy has... The tree has been chopped, so Luffy is still actually pinned to it. He hasn't been removed from his position of being skewered just yet. Alright. Scopper's got a real Roger Pirate smile on his face, like he's relishing the opportunity. Alright, what have you got for us? Wow, he diced the tree Luffy was connected to up completely. So Scopper's showing some axe ability, some axe riz. Okay. Is that Luffy flying up? Jesus Christ. What's going on there? So he falls back and screams more, but the swords fall out of him because of how he falls? So is it that Scopper cut the tree up so that a chunk would fall down and bounce in a way that the swords would fly back out of Luffy's chest? That's brutal, but it's one way of solving the problem. Yay. Huff, huff. And Emu's looking a little bit more alert now. Scopper's spinning axes. Was that Luffy that made that noise? Okay, yeah, it was good, because for a second it looked like from the sword the speech bubble was being made. Luffy screaming in pain, as he would be. Ooh, whoosh. Alright, so Emu swipes with the axe at Scopper, and he moves with some serious speed. Some instant transmission shit. What a hideous form. You don't even seem to be of this world. So it's completely alien to Scopper. Right, okay. The thing that's getting me, right, is there's a brilliant disconnect here between what Scopper seems to know about Emu's form and Emu in this devilish... in the Akuma devil fruit form. Scopper seems to not know anything about it, but he's been to the end of the Grand Line. He's found the One Piece with Roger. They know the true history of the world, and somehow it doesn't seem to consider this form, right? That, or he's remarking upon the fact that he doesn't seem to be on of this world because he's seen something else that hasn't been from this world before, but that doesn't strike me as particularly compelling. Um, okay. Who art thou? Someone who understands the world. Okay. All right. Every time I get mention of the world, very specifically the world, like it's a character you can speak to, it helps confirm my own biases in my own head canon that the world is pissed off with humankind and its desires and its powers and its dreams and desires and will constantly being out of balance with the rest of everything. But I'll get into that another time. Uh, that's fucking awesome. Someone who understands the world. I imagine he's talking, Scopper here, like he's talking. How do I put this? He's talking like he's referring to the true history of the world that they discovered at the end there. He's turned his back to Emu. Bro, he's turned his back to him. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Fwish. Luffy's screaming. And Scopper's not having this right now. Hey, get up. Straw Hat, Luffy. Fuck. Old school. Fucking old school. I have a swig to that. I fucking... That is so cold and hard and evil in all of the kind of old masculine ways. Old. You're a disappointment. An injured old man just had to save your ass. Don't you have any shame? That's some Zorro yelling at Luffy shit. That's amazing. So you have a shiny white form and became an emperor. Like, man. Big deal. Don't get cocky. Man. So, for the people who were ever so desperate to see Luffy take an L here because they needed the story, right, to have, or their headcanon needed Luffy to take a loss here to Emu. But because, you know, so what? Shiny white form, what, you're just going to beat everything that comes along? You're not going to grow, Luffy? You're just going to not take things seriously? There was a lot of people who said take it seriously. And here we have Scopper yelling quite literally in the Pirate King's face, big deal, don't get cocky. So those people who wanted this, you have this. All right? For me, I'm just in fucking awe of this man. He has some big cojones. Huge cojones. Again, back turn to Emu while delivering this fucking monologue. It hurts. Old man, let me go. Yeah, it would hurt. Do you want to die here? I'm not gonna die. Let me go. You may as well. You're pathetic. Do you know what will happen if you croak now? Alright. Okay, so it's Luffy. I won't be able to save my friend's home. That's right. And what will happen to your crew? My friend's home. Nice zoom out there of a full shot of Elbaf, as if like Luffy considers the whole island. Right? It's on his mind, man. Just like it is on every island he's on. That's right, and what will happen to your crew? It'd be in danger. Right. Remember, when you rise up in this sea... Oh, man, he is giving him the talk. He's giving him the talk. He's an emperor of the sea, and he's getting a talk from a member of Gold Roger's fucking King of the Pirates crew. There are levels. The number of your enemies targeting you only increases. The King of the Pirates is a title reserved for one whose death is celebrated. Because everyone's gunning for their throne. The world will laugh when you die, Luffy, if you get this right. Because they'll be happy. Because someone else gets a go now. Wow. It's like when, if anyone's ever experienced one of those eras in sport when a manager is just the worst manager to go up against, or like, it reminds me of like Alex Ferguson at Man United, or like Belichick at the fucking Patriots, or like just people waiting for Messi and Ronaldo to retire, right? It's like oh, wow, okay. If any part of you still thinks becoming Pirate King is going to be a stroll in the park, then go home now. Ever since Buggy gave his fucking speech to Mihawk and to Crocodile, I feel like Oda's head has been locked in thematically around the idea of wanting more characters both in his world and outside of it to understand this King of the Pirates title and its importance. Right? There's lots of people who talk about, power scaling here and there, but like Oda's got his own way of looking at some of these things, right? It hurts, damn it. If you're not cut out for this, you're just in the way, you stupid brat. Man. Main character takes it. What now? What now? Damn old fart. He keeps on running his mouth. I'll show him. So it is. It's like, it's man management. Right? Luffy's getting the, he's getting broken down and built back up in the image that Scopper wants. Oh, right. People were hoping there'd be another teachable moment for Luffy in this arc, and it's literally just like Scopper screaming at him, do better, try harder. There's levels to this shit. Take this seriously. Mantis axe. Look at the mantis. Praying mantis plum. What's the plum? In reference to a parable in Zhuangzi about a praying mantis attempting to stop an emperor's carriage. Okay, that's interesting. So, what's interesting there being that Emu is the emperor, the king, and so this must be some great parable. Yeah, it talks about an insect bringing the end of an uncontrollable carriage. So it's interesting. It's great. It works perfectly there. Is this a jest? You want to kill him, don't you? Indeed. I do want to kill him. I'm not actually that annoyed. If you really are going to throw Straw Hat or Joy Boy or whoever I consider that man to be over there, it's quite funny. That's fucking great. He really reminds you of him, doesn't he? Joy Boy. Okay. Speak on this. Speak on this. What do we got? Who art thou? What dost thou know of Mu? Okay. That sounds like that came from the sword. I mean, the speech bubble hopefully is coming from Emu here, but it looks like it could be coming from the sword. If that sword is speaking, that changes a lot of things. But what dost thou know of Mu? Okay, so what is he bringing back? Okay. Honebami Toshiro. Bone Eater. Forged by one of the big three of Japanese swordsmith. Okay. What does thou know? Ooh, so crazy flame slash with like. Now this is not. If this is the Omen manifesting its flame powers again, it's something. It's very different in character to Stigma. I feel because like those flames were jumping all around the enemy, giving each other directions on, oh, yeah, go find this person's weak spot, right? And they had that sort of Calcifer House Moving Castle smiley, almost like homies energy. But this here is a much more ominous looking, bad, angry, slashy, angry, dark serpent. Very different flavor. It's much more badass. Okay. What dost thou know? Ah, I learned from Joy Boy's own words. Yeah, that's right. So that's why I'm like a bit confused here. Before, when he was going, when Scopper is looking at Emu and he's going, this is an otherworldly form. I don't get what this is. It's a little confusing because he's learned from Joy Boy's own words some things about the true history of the world. So, what are the bits of information he does and doesn't have, right? Because But don't get me wrong. I have no intention of chasing after a person from the past that I've never seen nor met. I just want to see my captain's dream through to till the end. Okay. Good, because there has not been enough focus from Emu on Gold Roger. There's a suspicious lack of the Roger pirates in, say, things like the Harley text or in the mural, right? I want to know so much about this connection here. Okay. Stupid old man looking down on me. Come on, heal, even if it's just for a bit. Luffy just wants to go back in. He doesn't think he needs to be full power. He just wants to go back in. Who is this captain? My man. The king of the pirates. Gold D. Roger. Reaction from Imu's face. Alrighty. Because he would have to know about Gold Roger, right? Because there were hundreds of years there where he was overlooking everything in the sea. So, like, what? Come on. This is distasteful. Why is a D being called King of the Pirates? Do not let his name spread any further, as you command, right? So that's that's him going, get rid of the D. It's got to be Gold Roger. It can't be Gold D anymore. No. We can't have that. That's right. The one who ushered in this golden age of piracy. And why would his former crewmate protect Straw Hat Luffy? Okay. Not seeing some you're failing. It's like Emu's missing massive pieces of information as well. Like, it's funny what people do and don't know in this. Because you're trying so hard to get rid of him. Doesn't that explanation seem the most obvious? When you declared a kid like that a threat. Oh God, this is actually what we're talking. This is, okay, so Roger, when he's saying we were just too early, okay, this is pretty fucking big stuff. Okay. When you declared a kid like that a threat, when was this flashback? When? It seems like it's not long after they found the One Piece. Okay. Eventually, someone that can surpass us will be born. We were just too early. Okay. You may as well have announced that he is the one we've been waiting for. Ooh. Massive miscalculation. If you put a target on, like if you led those guys, the guys in this picture, bro, if you let them plan, if you let them see the shining beacon and follow the one that is Luffy? And oh, okay, okay. Huff huff. Yes, a valid point. We were hasty and foolish. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Perhaps we simply mistook numerous coincidences for fate. Let us put an end to this. Okay, Stigma is back. And no ringing noise here yet. But we see the flames on top of Luffy. Okay. Wait, you idiot! Okay, 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 okay. Oh, bro. Sorry, Treasure Tree Adam. I don't want to devour you, but okay. Is he about to cut the fucking Adam tree? I can see he's doing some crazy shit there. Ouch. Ouch. Damn, my joints acne. This body of mine's gotten run down. Oh, he's making remarks on how he's no longer up to it like he used to be, and that's fantastic. He's doing the Garp shit. He's saying he's gotten old. That punk. I won't forgive him, even if he is Rayleigh's friend. Okay, so Luffy is pissed off. And here we go. He goes to say Stigma. Kamuto! Wow. So it's like lightning or something. It's like hockey lightning that strikes like an axe. That's fucking crazy. Oh man, like completely decimates a branch of one of the trees of Elbaf. And then as it's falling down, he comes down on from above and he looks up going like, I do not like this. Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew. Oh, so you, even you call him Pirate King. You. That's fantastic. That makes me very happy. King of the world acknowledges the title of Pirate King. Is that what you think? 8,000 slash. Grimthong. Honebami. Okay. Alright, so Grimthong, I imagine that is the attack that was done by Emu. And I think Honebami is the attack coming from Scopper. Holy shit, man. That's a lot of slashes. 8,000 slash. But Scopper clearly gotten slashed across here on his left shoulder area. Even so much as to say slash as it crossed him. Okay. Okay. Emu looks like he guards. Yeah, he's guarding. I could say the same to you, you know. Right. Because wait. Old as thou art, thou still part of the Pirate King's crew, and he just said I could say the same thing to you. Are we saying Joey Boy was the previous Pirate King and Emu was in that crew? What the fuck? Or is he just saying that, remarking upon the fact that he's old? If that's just about them being old, that's crazy, but that's weird, man. That's so weird. So Emu's got the blood running out of his eyes here. So he's having some trouble with it. Decent fighting from Scopper, man. Putting in a proper show. King of the Pirates level shit, right? None of this crying and bitching. And he's had a proper go at Luffy, man. Okay, the Realm of the Dead. Is this, and that's, oh wow, so that's the branch falling out of the of course it's got to go somewhere, right? A massive branch that Scop has just cut, and as it falls, is the fight now moving to the next to another realm? Is it now moving down to the cold? Oh, okay, okay. Realm of the sun. What's that? Yeah. Okay. So Loki and Gerd and Ragnar and the rest of the crew there are all trying to work out what the fuck is going on. Because all they can see is massive branches flying and massive blasts of smoke. What? Did Luffy do that? No, no. It was someone else. And they're strong. Overwhelmingly strong. Huh? Oh, bro. Scop is down. He's down. Oh, man. So he lost an arm. He lost an arm in that exchange. So Grimthong or whatever. Oh, man. He did his best. Wow. Bro. How many people have got to lose an arm for Luffy, man? How many people? That is brutal. That is heavy. But we're left with some more action to come. Because Luffy is very angry. But now he's slightly confused. Because where he wanted to place his anger with Scopper, funnily enough, he can no longer do so. But now he's got a sense of what it's going to have to take to go back into this fight. And he's keen as hell to fight. Is Luffy going to have more words with Scopper before he goes back in? Is Loki going to get back up? Who's going to continue this? And also, how much more can Imu take? Right? The Gorosei were very clear that they were like, don't go to the surface world. If you do, something bad will happen. And as soon as Imu rocked up, he started coughing. Before he turned into his demon form, he started coughing and being like, ugh. So now, this fight has moved down. Or is like, so did Luffy fall down with the branches? I presume he did. Yeah. Man. Woo-hoo. Epic attack. Epic attack from Scoppo. Considering that that's not supposed to be the easiest wood in the world to cut, if I'm considering what it is correctly. It's atom wood. So, Now, if I got that correct, why... Okay. So why would his former crewmate protect Straw Hat Luffy? Doesn't that explanation seem the most obvious? When you declare a kid like that a threat, you may as well announce that he is the one we've been waiting for. Funny. Like, what was it about a kid like that? You know what I mean? Was it the fact that he was a kid? Oh, man. Maybe it's because I'm so tired, but I'm not sure if I'm... Yeah, okay. I must have been overreading, I think, this exchange here between Emu and Scopper, where he says, "Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew." And he says, "I could say the same to you, you know." And with the look in the eyes here, it's like he's being called out. Bro. Okay. Okay. My head's going to run wild with that. I'm going to need to read the other translations at some stage. But whatever the flame slash that. Sorry, I'm running all over the place in my head. Whatever the slash that he used on Scopper was, he switched up blades to get away from the axes. He stopped using an axe pretty quickly. You know, the significance of the last chapter where he pulled the axe Xingjian out and he was like, "Oh my, this is the next one you'll have to deal with." I don't know if it was just like Emu putting on a bit of sass and being a bit like, haha, having fun with it. Whether or not he's genuinely surprised by which swords come out, but doesn't seem like it. That seemed like the exact sword he wanted to use against Scopper, with a very calculated attack to take the arm off. Incidentally, I don't think Scopper is that much weaker with one arm, but he's out of this fight for now, right? Although, Shanks lost an arm and scared away a monster. Fuck. Fun. I was hoping to get more of the Chopper and Biblo stuff. We didn't, but hey, Scopper, Gold Roger, Pirates action. I can't complain. I'm very happy to see Scopper do so well. Kind of wish that we could see Silvers do something like this, but you know, they can't all be winners. Look at him shaking Luffy, man. Scopper, just, you're a disappointment. An injured old man just had to save your ass. Don't you have any shame? So you have a shiny white form and became an emperor. It feels like he's yelling at feels like he's yelling at Luffy for getting a Super Saiyan form or something. You know the kind of classic critique people have of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, where they're like, "Oh, it's just reskinning hair colors. Oh my god, oh, but he has blue hair now. Wow." It feels like Scopper's being like, "Oh wow, you got white hair now, great, yay!" But like, he absolutely isn't helping by hurting Luffy, or is he? Like, mm. And how come? So, from the word of mouth of Joy Boy, right? Scopper gets the history of the world, as does Roger and the rest of that crew. But like, he doesn't again seem to have any understanding about the form that Emu takes at the beginning. What does he say? What a hideous form! You don't even seem to be of this world. Hmm. Hmm. Could mean so many things. Could mean outer space. It could mean quite literally like a devil realm, an underworld sort of realm, spiritual realm. I. Mm. Someone who understands the world is the line Scupper follows up after using the words, "You don't seem to be of this world." He says, "Someone who understands the world." Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a point being made that later on is going to be extremely obvious once it's explained to us. But all this stuff with the world over and over and over, they're not just talking about the world as a status quo thing. They're talking quite literally about the planet. Anyway, far out. And that obviously, that's got to not be the sword talking, right? What dost thou know of Mu? That can't be right. That can't be Hanabami Toshiro. That sword can't be talking. And if it is, cool. Anyway, I'm spent. That was fucking awesome. King of the Pirates, Goldie Roger. Till anyone else gets that title, that's what the man is. He's the king of the pirates. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I'm Boo Lawson. This is East Boo Saga. Please like, subscribe, send abuse.